The Mag 8 dominate the market today, but history is clear. The giants never stay giants. So the real question is, who becomes the next generation of trillion-dollar monsters? Because if you miss them early, you miss the decade. You see, the problem is every decade rewrites the leaderboard, and if you're not paying attention, you're investing in yesterday's winners. Take a look at this image. The largest companies today are not the same as the largest companies 10, 20, or 30 years ago. Leadership changes, new winners emerge, entire industries shift. Missing the next Mag 8 is the difference between an average returns and life-changing returns. Welcome back to aiinvesting, where we break down investing in a way that's simple, honest, and actually useful. In this video, we're going to cover what defines the Mag 8, a quick look at the current Mag 8, and my top candidates for the next Mag 8, also known as what I'm calling the Domin Eight. Let's get into it. So what defines the Mag 8? The Mag 8 aren't just big companies, although they do make up about 20 to 25 trillion in market cap alone. They're also companies that dominate their industries, drive the majority of the S&P 500 returns, shape global technology and consumer behavior, and have massive, durable moats. They're not just companies, they're the operating system of the global economy, and if you've never owned them, you've missed out. Simple as that. In case you've been living under a rock, here's the lineup that's been running the market for years. The Mag 8. You've got Google, the backbone of the internet. Search, ads, YouTube, Android, cloud, AI. If it's online, Alphabet probably touches it. Amazon started with books, now runs half the internet between e-commerce, AWS, logistics, advertising. Amazon is basically the infrastructure of modern life. Then there's Apple, the king of premium tech. iPhones, Mac, watch, service. Apple built an ecosystem so sticky, it's practically a lifestyle. Meta, the social empire, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, Threads, and now pouring billions into AI. Microsoft, the enterprise powerhouse with Windows, Office, Azure, Copilot, Xbox. Microsoft is everywhere from desk to cloud. NVIDIA, the chip maker fueling the AI revolution. Their GPUs are the brains behind everything from ChatGPT to self-driving cars. Tesla, more than just cars. Tesla's pushing into robotics, automation, clean energy, trying to turn every vehicle into an AI platform. And finally, Netflix, the OG of streaming. They change how everybody watches TV and still dominate the global environment, even as competition heats up. Now, personally, I've owned all of them at different times in my investing career, and currently I hold all except for Tesla in one of my portfolios. But here's the truth. I'm not here to talk about the Mag 8. You already know them. I'm here to find the ones that will dominate the next decade, because those are the ones I want to build my positions in today. Forget the Mag 8, we're looking for the Domin Eight. Before we begin, tell me, who do you think the Domin Eight are? Drop your comments below and we'll see how yours compare to mine. For me to identify the next Mag 8, I'm going to look at three main candidates. I'm going to look at the current list of Mag 8s, because some of them are going to remain in their positions. I'm going to look at the largest companies by market cap, and then I'm also going to look at the rookies, major IPOs that are coming in the near future. Okay, so let's look at the first group, the current list. When you look at the current list, 7 of these companies have a very strong hold on their current seat at the table. The one outlier is Netflix. Sorry, Netflix, you're great, but you're not in the same gravitational field as some of these others anymore. Now, no disrespect, they're a well-run, very profitable organization. They've had a great run over the past few years, but they're not in the same league as the others anymore. The only reason they're still in this conversation is legacy. Before the Mag 8, we had FANG, and the N was represented by Netflix. Other than Netflix, the current Mag 8 make a compelling case for their seat at the table. But as we saw in the image earlier, no one stays at the top forever. And as great and seemingly unstoppable as these companies are today, the world changes and new leaders inevitably emerge. Okay, let's look at group number 2. These are the largest companies by market cap. And here in this photo, you can see how everybody kind of stacks up market cap wise. Market cap doesn't lie. And when you look at the market cap leaderboard, 7 of the top 8 companies are already in the Mag 8. There's just one sitting outside of it. And this helps us identify our first contender, Broadcom. But they're not alone. We're going to dive into 3 potential candidates based on market cap. Okay, first up is Broadcom. Broadcom is the most important tech company most retail investors are completely ignoring. While NVIDIA designs the AI brains, Broadcom builds the nervous system. They dominate the AI network chips and custom silicone for tech giants. They're a massive free cash flow machine, quietly scaling into a $1 trillion powerhouse. Think of Broadcom as the plumbing behind the AI boom. Inevitable, essential, and about to become a $1 trillion powerhouse. Dominates the AI network chips, has custom silicon for hyperscalers, massive free cash flow, and is quietly becoming the next $1 trillion giant. Like I said, beyond Broadcom, there's 2 other companies that, while outside of the top 8, are certainly contenders for the Domin Eight list. Next up is Oracle. Oracle is pulling off the ultimate corporate comeback story. Honestly, I didn't even see this one coming. I thought they were left for dead, but they are rapidly becoming the go-to AI cloud provider for companies priced out of AWS or Azure. Backed by a deep partnership with NVIDIA, their infrastructure is the default value cloud for massive AI workloads. They boast one of the fastest growing AI cloud platforms out there. Their enterprise AI workloads are exploding, and their OCI is becoming the value cloud for AI training. And last on my list is Palantir. Palantir builds software that gets stickier the more the client uses it. They are transitioning from secretive government defense contracts to becoming the core enterprise operating system for commercial AI. Their software model boasts incredibly high margins and almost zero customer churn. Their operating system for enterprise AI is unbelievable. Their AIP is becoming the default AI platform for large organizations. And again, their high margin, sticky software model is a powerhouse unto itself. Before we get to the rookies, do you think I missed anybody off the market cap side? There's a lot of great companies out there, but in my opinion, these are the top 3 candidates that could crack the Domin Eight. Okay, now we're going to look at group 3, the rookies. These are major IPOs that are coming in the near future. We're going to take a look at 4 different companies, and these are companies that could enter the market and immediately shake up the leaderboard. Think of rookies like Aaron Judge, who joined Major League Baseball in 2017, hit 52 home runs as a rookie, and became the face of the Yankees instantly. Or Sidney Crosby, who joined the league in 2005 and scored 102 points as just an 18-year-old. Or for some of our older viewers, think of the year Magic Johnson and Larry Bird entered. Magic Johnson went on to win Finals MVP as a rookie, and Larry Bird took his Celtics from 29 wins to 61 wins instantly. Just like sports, every decade has rookies who walk into the league and immediately change everything. And in this group, I see 4 main contenders who are going to compete for an unofficial Rookie of the Year. 4 amazing companies that are already household names, but have yet to IPO. Every decade has rookies who walk into the league and change everything, and this time they're not athletes, they're AI companies. Okay, first up is SpaceX. And let's be honest, how could you not have SpaceX on here? They have the potential to become a $1.5, maybe even higher $1 trillion company upon IPO. Why this rookie's getting so much attention is simple. Starlink, commercial space dominance. IPO timing looks to be later this year in 2026, but there is a chance it could slide into 27. We'll see how that goes, but I think they're going to get it done this year. And if it was to happen, it would be the largest IPO in history. The next rookie I'm looking at is OpenAI. Their valuation is $800 billion, maybe even close to $850 billion, depending on when you're watching this, or higher. Why they're going to be amazing is because they're the core driver of global AI adoption. ChatGPT is one of the most used AIs out there and continues to grow in popularity. Their IPO timing looks to be about sometime this year in 2026, and they could rival SpaceX as one of the biggest tech IPOs ever. Next on the list is Anthropic. They're currently sitting at about $400 billion in market value. Anthropic's key product is Claude, which is the #2 global AI ecosystem. Their IPO timing should be later this year in 2026, and they are the fastest growing valuation in AI history. And the last one on the list is Cerebras. Their valuation varies, but they're going to IPO May of 2026, and we'll be able to start tracking some of their real-time information as they become publicly traded. They build the world's largest AI chips, compete directly with NVIDIA in training hardware, and have massive demand from sovereign AI projects. And they could be the dark horse of the AI hardware if their large AI chips become the norm of how we do compute. After looking at the market cap, momentum, AI positioning, and upcoming IPOs, here are my picks for the next Mag 8, the companies that will dominate the next decade. I call them the Domin Eight. Hope you're enjoying that. They are Alphabet, Amazon, Meta, Microsoft, Nvidia, and new to the list, Broadcom, SpaceX, and Anthropic. So as you notice, we had to make 3 new seats for 3 new entrants. And so I'm removing Apple, Netflix, and Tesla. I'm removing Apple because, well, in the case of Apple, Apple isn't dying, but they're no longer defining the future. Apple is still massive, but growth is slowing and AI leadership is unclear. Don't get me wrong, I like Apple, but lately they feel like they're slipping. No major new products, they scrapped their new car project, the Apple Vision Pro has not gone well. They need some sort of update, and unfortunately, these are pretty exclusive seats, and we had to kick them out. Next is Netflix. We've talked a little bit about this already. They're a great business, but they're not a great platform. Netflix is no longer in the same weight class. It's in over its head. The others are in the main growth areas and are just too big. Netflix has had an amazing run, but it's time to drop out of the top 8. And finally, Tesla. Tesla's story is shifting from future of transportation to a company searching for its next chapter. Tesla has lost its dominance narrative. I think they're about to be overshadowed or absorbed into SpaceX, which just seems like a newer, fancier, better, and bigger version is going to take the attention away from their spot. Now, if Optimus works, then they're right back in there because those robots could be a game changer. And the 3 that are entering in, Broadcom, SpaceX, and Anthropic. Broadcom is becoming the backbone of the AI infrastructure, while SpaceX is a once-in-a-generational company, and Anthropic is the fastest growing AI platform after OpenAI, and I think they will surpass them in the near future. At the end of the day, the next decade won't be led by customer apps. It'll be led by AI infrastructure, AI platforms, and companies building the rails of the new economy. The Mag 8 won't stay the Mag 8 forever, and the next generation is already forming. The Mag 8 ruled the past, the Domin Eight will rule the future. So what do you think of the Domin Eight? Or should I call them the Mananamas? Meta, Amazon, Netflix, Alphabet, so forth. You know, kind of similar to FANG's acronym. Any thoughts? Let me know in the comments if you want. And if you want a full deep dive of any of these companies, also drop me a comment. Be happy to do it. That's my time for today. You know, I'll always try to do better next time. Thanks for watching. Keep investing in yourself, and I'll see you in the next one.
The content of this channel is for educational and entertainment purposes only. It should not be considered as financial advice in any way. Your financial situation is as unique as you, so please always consult with a licensed financial advisor before making any investment decisions. I'm not a licensed financial advisor, and this is not advice. My goal is simply to share knowledge and opinions that may help you think about how to put your money to work responsibly.